Hi, IASvideos.com is presenting you simplified daily current affairs analysis. Donald Trump's shift on Syria leaves allies scrambling. What is US presence in Syria? What are the security consequences of a US withdrawal from Syria? Could a new war break out in Syria after the US pulls out? GS Paper 2. Bilateral, regional and global groupings and agreements involving India and or affecting India's interests. In this video, you can find detailed answers for all the above questions. The above article has been retrieved from indianexpress.com. Dated January 9th. What we are providing here is just a 10% sample out of the full-length video. Visit our website iasvideos.com to join the course and to unlock all videos. We offer this pen drive course cash on delivery on Amazon.in too. Amazon will deliver our course to your doorstep. What is the context about? The withdrawal of US troops from Syria depends on certain conditions, US National Security Advisor John Bolton says, in a further indication that the process is being slowed down. President Donald Trump's shifting timetable for pulling US troops out of Syria has left allies and other players in the region confused and jockeying for influence over a withdrawal strategy that appeared to be a work in progress. What is the US presence in Syria? Some 2,000 US military personnel are reported to be in Syria, although the real numbers could be higher. American ground troops first became involved in Syria in autumn 2015 when then-President Barack Obama sent in a small number of special forces to train and advise local Kurdish fighters who were fighting IS. The US did this reluctantly after several attempts at arming anti-IS groups had descended into chaos. Over the intervening years, the number of US troops in Syria has increased and a network of bases and airfields has been established in and across the northeastern part of the country. What are the security consequences of a US withdrawal from Syria? Critics of Trump's decision to withdraw forces from Syria have cited several concerns, chief among them the future of ISIS, the Syrian civil war, and the Kurds. Though the US and its partners have retaken most of ISIS-held territory and significant numbers of ISIS fighters have died in the fighting, the group is still estimated to have 2,000 fighters in Syria. Despite Trump's declaration that ISIS has been defeated, State Department and Pentagon officials have cautioned, as recently as last week, that the fight is not over as the coalition and SDF continues offensive operation against ISIS in the city of Hajin. Could a new war break out in Syria after the US pulls out? Syria has been ravaged by a 7-year civil war as rebel groups sought to overthrow Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. Over 500,000 people have been killed and more than 5 million refugees have fled Syria since the conflict began, with Assad at times using chemical weapons and barrel bombs against his own people. With Russian and Iranian support, Assad's regime has taken back control of much of western Syria from various rebel groups. Meanwhile, in eastern Syria, the US and its local partner forces have concentrated on fighting ISIS, in effect creating an autonomous area, not under Assad's rule. If the US pulls out, Assad and his allies could move to regain control of the country, igniting more violence in areas still working to rebuild. A graver concern is the strong possibility that once the US pulls out, Turkey will send its military into northeast Syria to target America's Kurdish SDF partners. While the US has seen the SDF as valued partners in the fight against ISIS, Turkey considers them to be an element of Kurdish group that has launched terror attacks inside Turkey for decades. The US military presence in Syria has served as a buffer against Turkey and the Kurds, along with the border and in the city of Manbij.